I have made some poor decisions in my life, but this one easily ranks in my top 5. This is the story of the worst dike in southwestern Nigeria.
Journey of 1,000 miles.
Oh my god.
Begin with 10,000 steps.
Here is why it is the worst hike I have ever done.
So why? How is the family?
We started with a 2-hour drive, followed by a 2-hour plus bike ride, a brief but not so brief hike on a super stony trail, all to see one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Nigeria, Owu Waterfalls in Kwara State.
People like to be fine for Lagos.
Hey guys, good morning. This is past 7, some minutes past 7, and we are currently at Ikeja City Mall. We're headed to Ilorin, so come with me, let's go to Ilorin. Let's start from the beginning. I have always wanted to experience Kwara State, and one of the biggest things on my list before this trip was to experience the Ilorin Durbar Festival. This year, a couple of my friends and I decided to attend the festival. And to make it even more exciting, we chose to drive down from Lagos. The road trip itself was an adventure. We drove through a few states before finally arriving in Ilorin after 3.5 hours, which was wild. Road trips to Ilorin takes way longer than that. But shout out to Kingsley, my friend, who drove the car. The first hotel we checked out wasn't great. Even though we were budget travelers, we couldn't sleep there. Why? Because it was smelly. That's it. That's the whole reason. While we searched for better accommodation, we decided to link up with some tourism OGs in Nigeria and check out a few adventure spots in Ilorin. Our first stop was the Zoological Garden at Uni Ilorin. They have the second longest canopy walkway in Nigeria, and of course, we started with that. Let me tell you, it was the worst canopy walkway I have ever been on. Some parts had planks that felt like it could get broken at any moment, and it was super shaky than usual. While walking, I thought, this has to be the worst decision of my life. I mean, what if I fall down, or what if something bad happens? Because clearly this canopy walkway has a lot of faults. But I did it, and the canopy did not break into two. Neither did I fall down. Yay! Next, we explored the zoo. It was a bit disappointing because many animals were missing from their cages. But I saw a leopard for the first time in my life, which was super exciting for me. We also saw a lion, but it looked very hungry, and we saw a couple of bird species as well. At the end of our tour, we had found an accommodation, not just an accommodation, a decent one at that is not smelly. So we headed over to get some rest and of course prepare for the Durbar Festival the next day. And this was just us doing the joyful dance because we just got a very nice apartment right in the heart of the University of Ilorin. And yes, it was also very affordable. Good morning! It's day 2 of our Kwara adventure, and I am beyond excited to experience the Durbar Festival. The colors, the energy, and the culture are all unmatched. So first of all, we got our tags and the car park pass, and it's about to be a movie. If you're wondering what the Durbar Festival is all about, well, let me tell you about it. The Durbar Festival is a yearly event held in some Nigerian cities, including Kano, Ilorin, Sokoto, and a lot more cities, to celebrate the Muslim festivals of Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. It starts with prayers and is followed by a big parade, and of course a super colorful one at that. The emir and his entourage ride through the streets on beautifully decorated horses, while traditional musicians play nice tunes. People dress in bright and colorful clothes, and the horses are also dressed in fancy and colorful decorations. The parade ends at the emir's palace, making it a joyful and unforgettable celebration of culture and tradition. It's day 3 and we've saved the craziest adventure for the last. Today, we're exploring a few iconic spots. First, we drove to Esie to see the famous soapstones. My mom told me stories about these statues when I was really young, so it was surreal to finally see them in person. The museum houses hundreds of ancient soapstones, and they are believed to be the largest collection in the world. And at a short distance from the museum, we visited an abandoned plane site. Well, the truth about this plane is that it wasn't abandoned here. The owner of this tourism attraction brought it right there. He bought it in Ibadan and transported it right to Esie to serve as a tourist attraction. And honestly, it wasn't bad at all. And now, for the hardest part of the trip, Owu Waterfall. Our road trip to Kajola was smooth, but from there, things got intense. We parked the car and I wore another dress over my white dress because I knew we were about to get dusty. We hopped on bike for a 2-hour ride that took us through smooth roads, dusty trails and rocky paths. At some point, we had to get off the bike to walk, while the riders maneuvered through the tough terrain. And finally, we reached the last stop. And from there, we did a short bushwalk to get to the waterfall. When we arrived, I was speechless. The waterfall was magnificent. Tall cliffs, white water cascading into a natural pool, and the serene sound of nature. After all the challenges to get there, it felt unreal. I stood right there, soaking in the beauty of the waterfall. I just let myself enjoy the moment. So, did I satisfy my curiosity about seeing Owu Waterfall? Absolutely. Did I enjoy the journey? The bike ride, the hike, and the bushwalk? Not at all. But chasing this waterfall taught me something important. No matter how hard or uncomfortable the journey is, if you keep going, you'll conquer it. If you enjoy this adventure, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you would go on a journey like this, or if you rather stick to the easier adventures.